Welcome to our series on Ignatian wisdom. We've been going through the Autobiography of Ignatius, which he dictated, gleaning lessons that Ignatius wants us to learn from his experience. And going through the Autobiography, after the incident with the Moor, he goes to Manresa, a small town which is not too far from Montserrat, to live there for a while. He's going to spend some time there. But he tells us a bit about what's going on within him. Remember, he is beset by vainglory. That's his lifelong bad habit of wanting to look well thought of, groomed well, and so forth. And so he counteracts that through going to extremes. He writes his autobiography. He made up his mind to neglect his hair, to let it grow wild, without combing or cutting it, or covering it either day or night. For the same reason, he allowed his nails, his hands and feet to grow, because here he had been too excessive. While he was in the hospital, it often happened to him in broad daylight to see something in the air close to him, which gave him consolation because it was beautiful. But he could not make out what it was, a form of a serpent. What does Ignatius learn from this? Well, one is that he counteracts vainglory by going to extremes. Lets his hair grow wild, he doesn't eat properly, doesn't sleep properly, he probably has some hallucinations, so he starts seeing things like this serpent. He's going to extremes and counteracting the habit of vainglory. And he thinks that that's going to be helpful. But he realizes later on that that is not the way to counteract vainglory, by going to extremes, but rather by moderation. So eventually he will cut his hair and cut his nails, and we'll see why. But he learns in retrospect that going to extremes is not helpful, because it's not made out of love and concern for others and concern for oneself. So one principle that Ignatius does learn and give to us is to be moderate. And what is moderating is always going to be faith-filled and loving, particularly in the service of others. So we'll build on this principle the next few sessions as we continue to go through the story of Ignatius. Thank you very much.